The film takes place in the fall of 1719 in the vastness of the Great Northern Plains. Young healer Neru from the Comanche tribe. Since childhood, she has dreamed of becoming a great hunter, and therefore she often trains in the forest, away from human eyes. One morning, a girl and her dog Sari try to catch a deer, but instead of the desired prey, Neru witnesses the appearance of a thunderbird in the sky. Neru later shares with her brother Tabo that this was a sign and she is ready to test herself. Neru's mother does not share her passion for hunting and believes that her daughter should pay more attention to her talent as a healer and develop it for the benefit of the tribe, and therefore asks Neru to put the axe aside and go into the forest for a new batch of medicinal herbs. At the same time, a thunderbird, which is actually an alien spaceship, lands a predator in the forest thicket. Upon returning to the settlement, the girl learns that one of the hunters named Pui was dragged away by a puma, and hurries to join her brother's rescue squad. Some men oppose Neru's presence, but Taba allows her sister to stay in case someone needs a healer. Soon, Sari came across a fresh litter of puma and took the trail, and a little later the team found the missing wounded comrade under a spreading tree. While the hunters were swearing at a stretcher for Puya, Neru treated his wounds with healing ointment and gave him some tacha medicinal herb to eat to lower his body temperature and stop the bleeding. Taba decided to stay to find and kill Puma, but Neru tried to dissuade him. The girl was alarmed by the fact that Pui remained alive, because this meant that something had scared the predator away from her prey, but she could not be convinced. On the way home, Neru accidentally notices a skinned snake carcass and a large paw print in the bushes. Together with the hunter Pake, the worried girl returns to Taba to warn him, but the brother does not attach any importance to this information, as he is completely obsessed with the desire to find the puma. The guys set a trap for the cat, but the predator sneaks up on them and kills Paki. Neru manages to wound her, but then the girl is distracted by a flash of light nearby, falls from a tree, and loses consciousness, hitting her head on Kammi. Tabi takes his sister home, and he himself returns to the forest and soon brings the corpse of Poma to the settlement, receiving the reward of the title of leader. The entire tribe rejoices and celebrates the victory, and only Neru remains tense. She is sure that there is someone else in the forest much more dangerous than Poma, and she needs to track him down, but Tabi forbids her to do this, being sure that the sisters' hunters are SOSO. The next morning, Neru escapes from the settlement with the dog, driven by the desire to prove to his brother that he, too, can hunt in the forest. The girl again finds a huge footprint and several drops of a green glowing substance. Meanwhile, the predator is having fun hunting a wolf, after which he removes soft tissue from its head in a cave and attaches the white skull to his belt as a trophy. Wandering through the forest, Neru decides to improve his axe by tying a homemade rope to the axe handle. The new modification allows her to easily get several hare carcasses for dinner, after which the satisfied girl stays overnight by the fire. In the morning, continuing her journey, the huntress notices scavengers soaring in the sky, and then comes out into a large clearing, generously strewn with the corpses of flayed bison. Looking sadly at one of the mutilated carcasses, Neru continues his search for the mysterious big-footed creature and soon finds himself in a quagmire. The swamp begins to quickly suck her in, but the girl, not paying attention, tries to catch her axe on the nearest snag. After several unsuccessful attempts, she still manages to escape from the deadly trap. Taking a breath, Neru puts herself and her equipment in order, unaware that the alien predator is already on her trail. A grisly roar was heard nearby, and Neru hurried towards the noise to shoot the bear, but at the crucial moment her bowstring breaks, and the sound attracts the attention of Kosalapov. A moment before the attack, Sari distracts and leads the predator away from her owner, which gives her enough time to repair the weapon. When the dog brought the bear back, Nara missed because of her haste and excitement, after which the aggressive animal drove the girl into a trap. The huntress was already saying goodbye to her life when suddenly a chirping sound was heard nearby, and then the alien predator, without much difficulty, killed the beast, trembling. Out of fear, the girl threw herself into the river, and the stormy stream carried her far from the battlefield. Getting ashore, Neru met a detachment of fellow tribesmen, which Tabi sent in search of his obstinate sister. The girl excitedly tells them about an encounter with a huge monster, similar to monsters from children's fairy tales, which the bear defeated with his bare hands. But the Indians do not believe her and forcefully tries to bring Nara home. A fight ensues, in which an invisible predator suddenly intervenes. One hunter manages to hit him with an arrow, thus knocking down the invisibility mode, after which the enraged alien begins to mercilessly kill the men one by one. Nero tries to escape, but to his misfortune, he falls into a trap set by someone. The alien hunter catches up, but leaves her alive, since the defenseless girl is of no interest to him. One trouble has passed, but another has come. Nehru, along with Shri, is captured by French hunters. She notices buffalo skins on the shoulders of some of them and comes to the conclusion that the previously slaughtered herd she found was their doing. It turned out that the French were also looking for the predator, so they ordered their translator Raphael from the valley to find out information from her. Seeing that the girl does not want to answer, the restive, impatient one, recovering, lets the blood of the one captured by them. Tabi. In the morning, Paleface decides to ambush the predator by tying the Indians to a tree to use them as bait. But the alien turned out to be more cunning and began to methodically exterminate the confused hunters. While the French who had fled to Sham tried to defeat the predator. Nera showed ingenuity and freed herself and her brother with the help of a trap lying nearby. She would have immediately gone to look for the horse. Anaru returned to the camp to save her dog. Having found Sari, the girl fights with the remaining hunters, then unties Pestle, stopping a little to heal her wounds. Neru unexpectedly encounters a wounded Rafii, who begs her to help him in return. A man teaches the girl how to use a gun. The huntress gives him some tosha grass, and at that moment the predator appears in the camp. Raffle pretends to be dead and unexpectedly notices that due to his low body temperature, the predator cannot see him. However, the man lets out a cry of pain and immediately dies. Sri Slime rushes at the alien and distracts it, while Taba on horseback attacks the predator. The brother and sister almost manage to finish off the enemy, but he turns on the invisibility mode, and then sneaks up on Taba and kills him. The girl flees again, and the sad news of the death of the leader is brought to the Comanche settlement. Late in the evening, Nera notices the same big guy, the leader of the French hunters, on the riverbank and, sneaking up on him from behind, knocks him out. A girl cripples a man by cutting off his leg and leaves an unloaded gun nearby. Having come to his senses, the hunter bursts into abusive language towards the savage, trying to shoot the girl, but a suddenly appearing predator kills him. Nero herself used a medicinal herb to lower her body temperature and hide from the predator's heat vision. The huntress shoots the aliens in the back of the head, knocking off his helmet, and then runs off into the forest with him. Nehru carefully applies everything she has learned about the predator's hunting tactics, and with the help of Sari, drives him into the very swamp from which she had to get out earlier. The immobilized alien tries to shoot his prey, but the girl uses his targeting visor against him, so that the predator dies at his own hands. In the morning, Nehru triumphantly returns to the settlement, carrying the head of the predator in his hands, and on her face there is war paint made with his glowing blood. The brave huntress becomes the new leader of the tribe, and the first thing she does is give the order for everyone to gather and go in search of a new safe place. The film ends with credits stylized as Indian paintings, in which we are shown new ships of predators arriving on Earth.